Why was Da Vinci a genius? I left something unfinished when I made us humans. So 99% of this brain space is unfinished. Humans come from imperfection. Yeah, unfinished tugs at love. Even sculptures and artwork must be left unfinished for us to love them. Most of Da Vinci's works are unfinished. Unfinished is Da Vinci's strategy. Da Vinci likes things unfinished, whether he's building a building or painting a person. People flock to unfinished work. People are curious because there is something unfinished. This unfinishedness gives a lot of imagination. Geniuses create incompleteness on purpose. So incompleteness is a technique of art. So you're being fooled by it. Shin-in said that Da Vinci did not draw Mona Lisa's eyebrows. He said people came from all over the world to see it. But recently, using a certain beam of light, it said that he drew his own image in the Mona Lisa painting. They say it was painted in a strange shape. So, why did Da Vinci paint the way he did? Da Vinci is so brilliant. Was he sent by the White Palace? Da Vinci was not sent by the White Palace. A man of great human skill. That's why Da Vinci could build a building and never finish it. Even when he draws people, he likes them unfinished. You know what I mean. People flock to you when you're unfinished. You know what I mean. People like a woman expose her body, but people are more curious when there's an incomplete cover-up. That's why he doesn't draw her eyebrows. Unfinished. Most of Da Vinci's works are unfinished. Unfinished is Michelangelo's strategy. Unfinished attracts people. People are dying to know, why is this unfinished? I don't need to build a roof covering for the White Palace, do I? Should I let the rain in the house? No, it shouldn't. But art can do that. Art can be unfinished. So there's a piece with a severed arm? Well, a statue of Venus. It's missing an arm. This is the unfinished statue. If it had arms, it would be worthless. If it had arms, the artwork wouldn't be famous. Right? There's a Venus statue without arms. It's beautiful because it has no arms. Right? If it had arms, the work would be worthless. Unfinished. See? Unfinished is the charm. So there are imperfect people. Someone who's a little less developed. A slightly less mature person has many children. They also got a lot of love from men. A really smart person says, "Do it yourself," and walks away. That's why love comes from incompleteness. Because the child is incomplete. The mother gives infinite value and affection. If I leave the child behind, they will starve to death. If I leave the child alone, they won't go to school. The child won't even pack his school bag and will get beaten up by his dad. That's why mom can't run away. That's why she's taking him with her. No, it's not. Because the child is incomplete. Yes, incomplete pulls love. That's right. Sculptures, artworks, they have to be unfinished to attract human love. Then, in my imagination, this hand would have gone to the buttocks. This hand would be touching the navel. No, if she had this hand, she might be touching her face. It could be. This hand is cut off like this, so we don't know where it's touching. You don't know if you're touching your chest. So, this incompleteness leaves a lot to the imagination. Okay, so the child is incomplete, yet the mother's love comes because the child is not complete. That's right. It's the same thing. Geniuses intentionally create incompleteness. So you're being fooled by it, you see. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. So unfinished is an art form. So when I made us humans, I left us unfinished. Why? I left it unfinished so you wouldn't know how to survive. How did you become a spirit and come to the White Palace? If I made you guys perfect, you'd be out to get me. Make an airplane saucer and take it to find God. What is this? There will be challengers, right? So because you guys were made unfinished, you can't travel through space at will. Your spatial intelligence is in your hippocampus. You've put your spatial intelligence in the hippocampus. Okay, I said there's spatial intelligence and imaginative intelligence. Imaginative intelligence is when you're just traveling through space and galaxies. I just let you go to your mind, right? But you have to realize that it's unfinished. So your brain is using 1% of the 99%. And 99% of it is unfinished. So 99% of this brain space is unfinished. And when you finish it, you'll know it's the same as a white palace person, right? Your body is not eternal. Your body is unfinished. It's a corpse. Your body will turn into a corpse in time. The body changes color and becomes a corpse. Your life is stuck in this time machine. When the time is exactly 100 years, your soul will be bounced out. And when your soul bounces out, it starts spinning. It makes you dizzy. Yeah, you get dizzy, and then you get really dizzy, really hard, and then you lose consciousness. That's when you lose consciousness when you're spinning. The soul is separated from the body. The soul then circles because it has to travel a long distance. The spinning makes it so dizzy that it loses consciousness. That's the body spinning. That's how the body and spirit separate. It's amazing how fast it's going out of this head. Okay, it's like a spaceship flying. So the soul travels through space. Then, Mr. God, when you're sleepy, you get dizzy like this. That's different from being dizzy when you're sleepy. When you're sleepy, it's because of melatonin, okay. When you're sleepy during the day, it's your melatonin working. But being dizzy when you die is not the same as being sleepy. Dizziness at death has nothing to do with melatonin. Your soul just starts spinning. I've been starving for a month. I'm going in circles. That's how you know you're close to death. When a man starves for 2 months, he spins faster. I can't stand like this. 3 months of starvation and you'll be on your way. Some people go. Some people stay a little longer. I knew it because it spun around and flew like a golf ball. Women lose a lot of blood when they give birth. When you lose a lot of blood, you start to spin. Prepare for the soul to leave. Then the doctor will quickly transfuse the blood. Then it won't spin again, okay? But if you don't get the blood flowing fast enough, the soul is just starting to spin to get out. Then the mother's eyes flip open as she falls unconscious. You can see the whites of her eyes. When you see white, you're ready to go. A quick transfusion will bring the pupils back. With no blood in the body, the pupils no longer return. So there's a process for people to go. Okay. So the body dies when it runs out of blood. He's got otosclerosis. He's spinning. He's going the wrong way. Okay, water in the toilet. Turn around the way it's going. Turn the water around. Okay. This teaches me a lot.